With that all down, let's get things started off with this. You know, the newest Pixar film is about to come out with Elio. I am a big Pixar fan, but this is one of those rare Pixar films that, to me, has frankly not looked very good. Now, according to the critic reviews that are now out, people are liking it. It's got an 84%, which is good, solid. I'm just saying, to me, the trailers haven't done a lot to move the needle or to get me excited about it. I am going to go see it right after we're done the show today. I'm gonna head over to the local AMC. Gonna go see it today, and I'll do my out of theater review a little bit later today. But it's not tracking well. Not tracking well. Now, according to this article in Deadline, it said Elio's booked at all these screens, but the bottom line here is the key part. And you could drop my image out of this, but the movie cost $150 million. Now, that's before the marketing and everything. The estimates on the marketing I have heard are around $100 million. Even though the trailers I don't think have been very good, they have definitely spent money on getting it. It's been in billboards. They've done lots of, TV spots and commercials and all that. You can bring me back up now, John.
All right.
TVs and commercial spots and stuff like that. They've definitely spent a lot of money on it. $100 million worth they've spent. That means at about, you add 150 million for the production, about 100 million in marketing, you multiply that by 1.5. You're talking about a movie that needs to make close to 400 million just to crack even. And it doesn't sound like it's going to do that. Variety's reporting on this weekend's box office. They're saying How to Train Your Dragon is going to come in at number 1 again. But they're saying this: second place will be a close race as Elio aims for 25 to 30 million in its first weekend, and 28 years later, which I'm excited about seeing tomorrow, targets 28 to 30 million in its debut. Box office tracking isn't an exact science, though some forecasts are suggesting that Elio will come in under $25 million, while 28 years later could surpass $35 million over the weekend. All right, so we're going to focus our attention here on Elio. Listen, Pixar doesn't have the bulletproof, impeccable reputation that it used to have, but they are coming off some pretty good wins, and their product level has been pretty high lately. I'm still floored by Elemental. I just loved Elemental so much. But again, to me, it's just the marketing has not looked interesting. I love that they're doing an original, right? In the last bunch of years, going back to the pandemic, I mean, they've done a Pixar, who's often been accused of doing nothing but sequels, but just since like 2019, 2020, they have done Turning Red, which I think is one of their best films. They did Soul, which was wonderful. They did Luca, that a lot of people love. They've got now this, Elio, coming out. So I love that they're taking another crack at an original. And hopefully, as the critic rating is kind of suggesting, hopefully it's as good as they're saying it is. I'm hoping this is going to be another situation for me that was like Coco, that I didn't think Coco looked very good, and I walked out bawling and loving the movie and all that. I hope that happens with Elio. But to me, Rob, this opening weekend projection is just kind of reflective of the fact that I don't think they did a great job on their marketing. They did a lot of marketing. I just didn't think they did an effective job about it. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, BetterHelp. Guys, one of the things that's really frustrating to me is that there's still a lot of stigma around men's mental health, but it should not be that way. Men are expected to always stay strong, keep together, provide, perform, and yet over 6 million men in the US experience depression each year, and many go undiagnosed. It's okay to admit that you could use some help. Real strength is being able to say, I need to talk to someone. That's where BetterHelp comes in. With over 35,000 licensed therapists, BetterHelp is the largest online therapy platform in the world, having already helped over 5 million people. And it's super convenient. You can join sessions from anywhere, whenever it works for you. You can even switch therapists anytime at no extra charge. And the results speak for themselves. BetterHelp has a 4.9 out of 5 rating on the App Store with over 1.7 million reviews. So guys, if you're feeling the weight of the world, don't carry it alone. Talk it out with BetterHelp. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can connect you with mental health professionals who understand what you're going through. Our listeners and viewers get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/Campea. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Campea. Anyway, what do you think about these forecasts? Higher or lower than what you were thinking? And if it does come in this low, what's the culprit?
Well, it doesn't surprise me. I mean, the movie was shown to critics, people in our space, and it has not been getting the greatest reactions. I'll tell you something. So the fact
that it's gotten 84%.
I know. I have to say that when we saw footage at CinemaCon, I wasn't excited about it. And I'm like, this should be right up my alley. A kid, aliens. What is it about this that doesn't excite me? Because, dude, like you, I'm a huge Pixar fan, not just Toy Story. Like, I loved A Bug's Life.
Going all the way back.
I mean, but that's the thing. It was like after Toy Story, which made such a splash, when Bug's Life came out, I'm like, I love this movie. I mean, it's great. People forget, it's like Bug's Life is like the forgotten Pixar film, but it's a banger. And you go back and you all the way up to things like Coco. But I'll tell you what about this movie, because I was thinking about this. I'm like, what is it about this movie that didn't appeal to me? And you know what it was? It's the design. I don't like the character designs. I don't like the main kid. I think all these creatures look like they are taken from other movies. Whereas, you look like you watch Coco, and Coco is so of a piece. The design of it all, everything works together. But when I'm looking at this looks like some psychedelic Monsters, Inc. thing. Like these aliens it's like they came from, when you got those little things when you were a kid, you got them out of gumball machines, like they were rubber monsters and you put them on your fingertips. That's kind of what these look like. And maybe that's what they're going for.
They did the same thing in Quantumania. It was like, why would these things be in Quantum?
Yeah. I don't, it's like the design, it's like this design aesthetic is not, it's not of a piece. No. I don't buy into this. And I think that it's, and look, I'm a child. There's a book called by a guy named, an artist named Wayne Barlow. And he wrote a book, his Guide to Extraterrestrials, where he painted images of all these aliens that like appeared in books, like in Childhood's End. And all the designs were really cool. But these designs, I look at them and I'm like, I don't believe them. If that makes, I just don't. And nothing about this appealed to me. And we were sitting at CinemaCon, and I'm like, why don't I like this? And I started thinking about it this week because I'm like, am I going to go see this? I'll probably go see it because it's Pixar. But I don't like the way it looks.
Well, I agree. I don't like the way it looks either. But I would get over that if I found the trailers charming.
Right.
Now, I will say, the one funny line that I found out of all of the trailers was when Elio's in the desert and the other kids find him and like, what are you doing out here alone? He goes, I'm trying to get abducted. No, I mean by aliens. Like that was funny. I mean, I that's funny. But it's the only one. All the other like little gags with the other little alien, like what is it? I'm not a hostage. Where he says, I'm a bargaining chip or something like that wasn't funny. It wasn't delivered well.
Here's the way it delivered. And then it was just like, this place is beautiful. It's like, this is our bathroom. It's like, well, why would you be in the bathroom like that?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It's just like,
again, just wasn't funny. Didn't hit, didn't click. And the thing about the beauty about Pixar, now some people will then want to come back and say, well, John, this is for kids. But that's not Pixar's DNA. Pixar has never made kids movies. They've made kid-friendly movies.
Right.
That's what they do. Like you watch The Incredibles, 60% of that movie goes right over kids' heads.
Of course.
They're not going to relate with a 50-year-old dad who's reminiscing about his glory days. They're not going to relate with, and it just seems to miss any of that great chemistry, that endearing. It just doesn't have that endearing quality. At least they haven't shown it off in the marketing. And if I watch this movie and I end up really liking it, this movie will become one of Pixar's biggest marketing failures. If the movie's not so good, then I'll go, well, what could the marketing have done? But if this movie's good, it'll be one of Pixar's biggest marketing blunders.
But I've always thought, I'm perplexed by this movie because, I remember seeing the face of the old man from Up. I was immediately attracted. That face, the way it was designed, put a smile on my face.
Yeah.
When I started seeing the design work for Soul, I'm like, I knew it had a jazz component to it. I love the look of it. I mean, I've always loved the design of Pixar's work, their animation. Like Mr. Incredible is and Frozone, the two of them together on screen. It puts a smile on your face. This didn't. And I don't know why. And like you said, all of the great children's entertainment that I grew up with, was not necessarily directed toward kids. And I think that's been a real problem, is that kid entertainment used to be, it had a level of sophistication to it. I mean, even if you go back and you watch the Disney live action Kurt Russell movies when he was a kid, the Dexter Riley movies, like The Strongest Man in the World, and The Computer Wore Tennis Shoes, those movies were kidified, but the humor was sophisticated. And like, remember, the Herbie the Love Bug movies starred like Dean Jones and Suzanne Plachette, whatever. I mean, or That Darn Cat was a kid's movie, but not really. And I don't know. Maybe this movie will be good and I'll be surprised.
Again, it's like I said, it's got an 84%. I hope I like it. I'm stoked that How to Train Your Dragon looks like it might still take first place. They're
How
aiming
cool
for
will that be?
I mean, again, guys, if you haven't seen How to Train Your Dragon, you're just robbing yourself. It's a
well-deserved,
well-made movie. Go see it, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? Elio, which costs like $150 million to make, another $100 million to market. This thing needs to get between $375 and $400 million just to break even. And opening it up at, say, 25 or 30 million, that ain't going to cut it. If it does come in that low, why do you think it is? I mean, I don't think it's that people don't trust Pixar anymore. You saw the pop when they announced Incredibles 3 was coming. Boom, roof got blown off. So what is the cause of it? Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and leave your thoughts there. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.